This is a dumbass movie. Horrible. Fucking horrible. One of the worst movies I've seen all year. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Halloween Kills. The trash of it all. We have had so many Halloween films throughout the years, but they never seem to get any better. Now we had Promise with, the most recent release before this one, with this one being a continuation of that. But yeah, this this didn't quite hit the mark. Before I get into what I absolutely hated about this movie, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things. This franchise just never really being that great to begin with. Like, it's really been hanging on by a thread from day one. Subscribe to see more of me. Let's get into this movie. Now, before we jump into Halloween Kills, let's just spend, a hot 5 minutes on that 1978 classic. Surprisingly, a lot of people have not seen that movie. There have been so many different installments through the years. Some people just never went back to view that classic. It is a classic. It is a really good film, and it's the best film in the franchise. In my opinion, every single film up in, from that, it was just a dwindling down. Though we do have, peak moments in the franchise, like with the Halloween 2 and, the films from the past few years, and, like Halloween, Love Me Some Season of the Witch, a whole departure. I love it. Or, us getting, Jamie and that Halloween 4 and 5, but they just never really hit the mark. Getting into that 1978 version, we are introduced to a young, struggling little clown dressed Michael on Halloween, who stabs his sister. He's, committed. He's under the care of Dr. Loomis, at which he, breaks out. He's older. He goes back to where the crime was committed, that infamous house, at which he starts to stalk Laurie Strode, and we are introduced to Jamie Lee Curtis, that back and forth, her becoming that infamous scream queen. We get into, John Carpenter at his best. Like, this is some of his best work. We get that doom, doom, we get that score, it is just so good. And for the most part, which is why I feel like this is the best film, he is just seen as, human at this point. He's just, a man who's happened to gone mad. There is some darkness behind that mask. But once we actually see what's behind the mask, from what we see in the beginning, it's just a mere man. In every single step after that first movie, they've done more than enough to make him seem supernatural. And we're going to get into him being fucking supernatural all up and through this new film. But before we jump on that, the biggest thing in the whole franchise has been, Jamie Lee Curtis being that big bang, that strong thread, just keeping the whole franchise together. We get to see her, as we've seen with these past two films, with the old, the Halloween and the Halloween Kills. When you see her, it's just like, oh my God, we got her, we got John Carpenter, we got this. Like, she's, that glue that holds it together. When you see her in a film or see her attached to the Halloween film, it makes a statement, which is why, you know, there was that big bang when Halloween H2O came out, even that sad excuse for Halloween Resurrection. Like, but just the fact that she is there holds weight and holds merit. And I'm just trying to understand why. Why. She was really great in that first film to me, and you know, Jamie Lee Curtis is a great actress, and I, you know, love the back and forth between her and Michael and that whole struggle of, you know, will they or won't they, you know, will she finally kill him or will he finally kill her? Love it. But for me, seriously though, the main thing that kept me coming back to the Halloween franchise, kept my interest, was Dr. Loomis. Mr. Donald Pleasance. I don't know why he doesn't get his flowers. He is so epic, and was the continue, even, you know, when Jamie went off and did her own thing and she wasn't, you know, in the Halloween films, he was always basically there, and he was good. The acting was great. He played, you know, that, oh, Michael, he played it to a goddamn T. I absolutely loved him. So he was the one who kept me coming back to each and every tired film. Though the writing may have been bad, you know, some of the actors, Michael getting, you know, those same kills in, and him just finding more and more superhuman, super unnatural ass ways to come back than before, the main constant for me was always Dr. Loomis, and I loved him. I loved his portrayal, and I thought he was so awesome. Jamie Lee Curtis was cute though. Now that I got that out, let's get into these Halloween kills. Now, getting into this goddamn movie, y'all can miss me with the bullshit. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, you know, that was bad, but what about this? But what about the flashback? But what about the kills? There was some good kills in there. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Everything about this little movie was trifling. As soon as, like, you know, it don't even matter, because y'all try to pump these little movies up because they, well, at least it's better than the Rob Zombie and H2O and da-da-da-da. That's not hard to beat. Anyway, we immediately start off this movie with the fuckery. We are picking up from where we left off with that first movie, and you know, it just being fucking dead bodies thrown everywhere. And you know what happens when a bystander is walking around and you walk up on a whole body, a whole sheriff bleeding the fuck out? What do? We get off our phone to yell for help instead of calling 911 on our cell phone in 2021. That's the kind of shit we're dealing with here. That's the kind of stuff we're dealing with in 2021. Fuckery. Stupid. If you came here at that point in time looking to see Jamie Lee Curtis, you were sadly mistaken, because I asked one here. We like barely see her throughout this whole movie. I swear I just felt cheated. Like, the story was already tired. At least I thought we were going to get some Jamie Lee Curtis bantering with Michael. Like, no, this ain't about her. This ain't got nothing to do with her, because we immediately get into flashbacks. The whole like first 25 minutes of this film is a whole flashback to the first film. Now, getting into the intro, and you know, that lettering that was from that first film, the pumpkins, that however much money they spent on trying to connect the dots to get that flashback, that shit looked great. I will give the movie that. That kind of had me invested, because I was thinking, oh shit, we going back to 1978 with this cop, and you know, that whole night, and this is what happened. This is bound to lead us somewhere, right? Hell no. Now, we spend so much time setting up this flashback. You know, it's trying to get us invested into this officer that we're familiar with, although he's bleeding out and somebody's yelling for somebody's help instead of calling fucking 911. We get into him, 1978, that Halloween night. We pick up right after that epic scene that we love so much from that first film, when Dr. Loomis, you know, shoots Michael and saves Laurie, and he falls out of that whole window, and then he goes to look at the ground and he's up and he's gone. We pick up right after that. Now, at this point with the officer shooting, don't even let me get into the officer shooting and not having any fucking aim. Like, it was really ridiculous at some point. Like, this could be, I love me some Krista Get Stuck in Eyes. I love it. Like, this could be his little hilariosity type situation. It was just that bad. Like, he's literally shooting all up and down and through Michael and not hitting a single thing. And then then on top of that, we have Michael Myers fucking disappearing like a goddamn genie. He turned into fucking Kazam for no reason. Like, you were literally like just blinking and he was gone. It wasn't like that typical, you know, now you see him, now you don't. Like those really great scenes that we would get from the first movie of him standing outside of a house stalking and those sheets on the line, clothesline, you know, blowing in the wind. It was just like, no, it was literally like just I Dream of Genie. Like his ass was just disappearing for, you know what, whatever. We make our way all the way back, you know, to the house with the partner, and you know, I've got to stop him. I saw him. We knew where he went. Get in there, and the officers, you know, he's hesitating because at this point, for whatever reason, in this installment, we're trying to make Michael seem, you know, relatable. He's soft. This was somebody's baby. There has to be a reason why he's like this. Like, I just couldn't shoot him because I saw the boy who was standing in the window. What the hell? Like, this whole thing with them trying to just cancel out all the events from before and just really kind of pick up where they left off. It's cute or whatever, but it was just like too little too late. Everybody knows that this is a dark demon, supernatural being who just wants to stab people. Like, miss me with that. But he didn't miss him with that. He missed Michael with that. But on his partner, he managed to shoot him right in the fucking neck and fuck you. We just gonna... Stupid. The stupid shit. No aim. Who we shot? Nobody. After we leave this flashback, you know, for a moment that really served us no purpose, do we get into Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie, and the whole aftermath then? No, we do not. We get into this whole bar scene, and it's just like this whole Halloween gathering of survivors. Like, some of the people from, you know, the franchise are there, that first film, that second film, like everybody and their mama is there. Like, it was just a hot mess. You have, you know, the survivor, you know, giving this weird, you know, speech at the bar. You know, he's there, he's lurking. Where you're not gonna be. It was just all just, it was just tired. It was tired as fuck. The costumes were, everything was just tired. I hated it. It was just, it was funny. If you want to go in and watch this for laughs, this is something to do. Do not go here looking for anything that makes goddamn sense, because it doesn't. Now, we did have in that flashback, and the only thing good about that flashback is that we got to see Dr. Loomis for like 2 seconds. That was beautiful. But we are introduced to, you know, these weird, ugly ass kids picking on one of the kids, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're not going. Don't even get me into. We're gonna get into the tired ass kids in this franchise. Dumbass kids. But we have, you know, these kids all grown up now, and it's just like, you know, we're gonna be strong, we're not gonna be afraid. And you know, everybody at this point are all together, safe in the bar. Remember that. Now, after all that, and you know, we've wasted almost 30 fucking minutes meeting people who mean absolutely nothing to the plot, that we don't know and don't give a damn about. Then we get back to Laurie. You know, her daughter, and her granddaughter, they're leaving, you know, feeling all vindicated, and she's all bloody and stabbed. But as they're leaving, the fire, you know, that they set, that whole thing from that last film, we have the firefighters approach, and it's like, let it burn, let it burn. It's like, girl, when do they ever let him burn? Shut up. Now, once we get into the Halloween kills, we get so many of them when they go and try to, you know, put out the fire. If I tell you, like, I really don't want to hear anything about the kills just being so good and so well executed. They were stupid. Like, they like went over the top with the kills the same way that they went over the top with Michael coming back. Like, we have this, he is literally like walking in the flames. Like, it was just tired. Like, I do understand, you know, them having to top the past films of, you know, well, this happened and, you know, he came back again, so we have to one up that, you know, it's just all this one up. But the whole fire and that whole thing is just crazy. Him getting out and just pulling a whole fucking Neo's the one Matrix on every single firefighter that stepped in his fucking ways. I just loved how firefighters, you know, going to put the fire out. Him just getting up and just like really just standing in the flames, just burning, like, y'all can't pick in the franchise when y'all want him to be human and when you don't. Like, the fact that he was just literally, he was just inflammable. He was just really just standing in the flames. Then we have all these poor fucking firefighters getting executed, which I was like, all right, that's cute or whatever. He, you know, getting the little 1 or 2 firefighters that's in the house. Then he just steps out, broad daylight, rockabye baby, all at night. We have a whole line. It was like, you know, about 500 firefighters just standing there, you know, waiting to be slaughtered. Like, the way that they had him, you know, just take them out one by one, each of them approaching, just standing there, it was the beginning of the end for the film. That set the tone for each death that we got after that, where somebody just kind of stood there and watched and waited to die. Like, it was very much giving, like, who, me, stab me first. Stab me, what? No, not him. Stab me first. What are you waiting for? Like, stab me first. Like, nobody seemed to be putting up a fight. It seemed so unrealistic. But I mean, you know, what are we gonna do? It's a fucking Michael Myers film. But like, just the way it was executed, it was so unbelievable and just so like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is why y'all released that shit to Peacock. We start the whole fucking train of person after person going, hey, is anybody there? Honey? And getting fucking stabbed. Like, we have couple after couple, bystander by bystander. Like, Michael Myers is literally running around like Tony Montana. I kill people for fun. Like, it's just like, who wanted? Like, I'm stabbing bitches all night. I don't care who it is. Like, it was tired. It was so tired. Bad acting, bad writing, bad all around. We get into the bar. We have, you know, all these people living their little best lives in the bar. I love how they were watching the news clips and just like, oh, this person was found dead and this bus was, oh God, I wonder who did that. Like, your town has been haunted continuously from Michael Myers, and it's just like, oh, that could have been anybody. You know who the fuck it was. Anyway, we have simple shit occur. We have, you know, of course, what happens when everybody's all safe, you know. Oh, well, we gotta split up. We gotta split. Like, it just, the story was, it was just pissing me off. We have done shit happen. Like, we got the naive ass black couple. I love when the nurse and the doctor are getting ready to leave and get into their car. And he's like, oh yeah, honey, I left my stethoscope in the bar. Go get in the car. Stay here. I'll be right back. What the hell you mean stay here? Like, then we go to the car and think that there's someone in there. And she's like, oh yeah, honey, go sit. Like, nobody was making smart decisions as if there was a real killer on the loose. Everybody was just going. Everybody wanted to be fucking Sammy Sosa, go beat it with a bat. Like, who are you? Who are you? Like, the writing was just bad. We are going to get into the mental illness of it all and the escape patient running around and people thinking that it's Michael Myers. We're going to get all up into that. But you have, you know, that little play with him and them thinking that it's him, and, you know, him being able to, you know, dupe them and run out of the car, and that just kind of rallies everybody up in the town. Like, you know, what we're not going to do is be safe on Halloween night and all keep our ass at this bar. Now, what we're going to do is separate and then posse up so we all can die. That's what we're gonna do. Now, you would think at this point that we would get a little bit more into Laurie's character in the aftermath that we came here for with her and her daughters. No. We spent some more time meeting more random ass people. We get into, you know, Big John and Little John, Big Daddy and Little Daddy. I don't know. By the time we got to them, I was fucking tired. Like, they're living in the old Michael Myers house. We spend so much frivolous time on people, you know, just kind of waiting for them to line up for the slaughter just to die. Like, everybody's just pretty much kind of running around like there's not a killer on the loose. We have the most just trifling ass kids you ever want to meet. Like, just so unrealistic. They swallowed a razor blade and there's blood. It's just all elaborate, and I just didn't care. I didn't care. And I don't like when I don't care watching movies. Now, after, you know, Big John, Little John, snap your fingers, do your step, Little John and the East Side Boys, I don't know. After they, you know, play around a little bit and all the extra bullshit, we get to see Laurie And where is Lori? Is she about to pop off? No, she's asleep. She is asleep, all doped up, all unconscious, all stabbed and all that other good stuff laid out in the bed. And that's where she remains for the latter of this movie. Really for all of it, because she just was kind of non-existent here. Now, with her laid out, you know, our only character that seems to have sense within this franchise, we have to deal with our other stupid ass characters. Everybody who felt like they were wrong by Michael Myers throughout this whole 40 years, felt like they've lost someone, or, you know, maybe even almost lost their lives. They have this vendetta. We're going out and we're going to get them. We're not all going out together though. We're all going to separate so we can all die in our separate corners. Not only do we have all these town people, you know, rallying up, getting fucking killed off, we have dumb shit like our main characters. We get into the mother-daughter duo. Not only do we have the daughter making dumbass decisions, you know, everybody has their own little personal stupid-ass vendetta. There's all these dumbass plots going on, but hers is, he killed my father. I gotta do something. You know, people could just be want to punch. Yeah, that. And then you have her mother, her dumb ass, you know, no, you're staying here, you're staying in this room and pop, but I'm going to leave and walk off just long enough for you to leave me not to see it. And then when you leave, I'm going to act like the mother was so calm the entire time. All she was focused on is, you know, oh, my daughter's acting weird and, you know, my mom's laid out, but Michael Myers is possibly sort of really kind of alive, but I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to allow my mom, you know, when she finally does wake up, to think that she actually killed Michael Myers. And Laura needed to be punched in the fucking face anyway, because if she know us like she thinks she know, like, you know damn well you ain't killed Michael. When did you win? When? Huh? Okay. I ain't watching another one. Then it's at that point we get into my favorite, you know, a couple, because there were many dumbass kills. Now we have, you know, the Lunel lookalike, the little old couple, the woman, you know, flying her drone and just living her best life. It like fucking ate me up inside when the dude went and looked and saw Michael Myers literally in the bathroom. It was like, oh Lord, there's a man in her bathroom. Call the police. Like, what? And she's grabbing the drone and shit. Everybody is literally just standing around watching the knife come towards their face, fumbling with locks. Like, it was like times 20. You know, the horror movies that we love, the tropes where, you know, somebody's running from the killer and they happen to fall and they're crawling. Like, no, this was way beyond that. People were literally standing around getting fucking stabbed to death and watching as another person did. Like, what? We were not even gonna have people run. And then, oh, my fucking favorite, you know, since everybody's, you know, rallied together and posseed up, got all these guns that nobody was prepared to use. We get the kids, you know, in the park swinging, those little raggedy ass kids. It's like, oh, there's a man across the street. He keeps, you know, playing peekaboo with us. Anyway. We literally have him coming toward, y'all see him coming towards the car. The woman literally sits in the front seats and rolls her windows up and locks the doors to shoot out all the windows, you know, accidentally trying to shoot Michael Myers, lose all of her bullets to get killed. Like, then you literally have done that to me. Oh, we finally got that nurse and Dr. Duo dead. Like, they needed to die. But we literally have a woman who takes the time to fill. Everybody had a gun. Where everybody gun go? Okay, whatever. Takes the time to fill a pillowcase with bricks to go up close and personal to attack Michael Myers, because you know that's going to do the job. Somebody wrote this. So after we have, you know, more whole mass hysteria in the goddamn town running amok, everybody just running around looking like fools, getting killed one after the other, we get into the hospital. And guess who wakes up, y'all? Lori finally wakes her ass up. I don't know, we had like 20 minutes left in the film. She wakes up and she's just all, you know, we killed Michael, and talking to, you know, her little cop sheriff friend who for whatever reason just feels like this all stemmed. That little flashback backstory was a waste of fucking time and tired. Such a tired plot. Like, this movie really could have flowed and been something decent, and it just wasn't. It was a fucking laugh factory. But she's just all, you know, content. Everybody's allowing her to be content with the fact that, you know, they killed him. Up until we have, you know, dude from the bar in the back come in. He just has all the... I was just waiting. Old dude with his bat in the bar, I was like, oh, I can't wait until he gets face to face with Michael Myers, because he has all this mouth, all this chutzpah. I just know he finna fuck shit up. You know, we have her, you know, just ready to go, like, oh, no, he has to die. I'm gonna get up, you know, with all my wounds, giving herself a whole shot of adrenaline, I don't know, pain meds, and I'm just gonna go all for her to get knocked out and just trampled over as soon as she fucking gets out the fucking hospital door. Like, girl, like, this was your purpose? Like, she was just literally like, if she wasn't in the film at all, it wouldn't have made a difference. We get into the mental patient who's been running around, you know, making it look like it's just Michael's, you know, what this Michael's plan is gonna work. He's masterminding, you know, puppeteering this whole situation. Oh yeah, all right. But you get into him getting in there, and everybody just under the impression we got our rhinestone cow, like a rhinestone cowboy. You know, we got the sheriff, I mean business around here. The black sheriff running around, fucking cowboy running around in his hat, not regulating a damn thing. But we have, you know, people just in an uproar, like, oh, he's here, we're gonna get him, and blah, blah, blah. And them really thinking that meant, like, y'all could have at least gotten someone with the same stature for us to maybe, oh, well, he's been gone 40 years. We don't know what he looks like. You don't know that that's not him. That could be him. Like, we literally have the daughter, you know, take the time to, you know, get him in a safe space, really corner him in to be fucking killed. But you have this man who is nonverbal. He hasn't, you know, committed any crimes as far as what we can see. He was, you know, in the asylum. He was cut loose. And you have, you know, the pressure coming in on him so hard of people just making, you know, like, oh my God, we need to kill him. This is Michael Myers, blah, blah, blah. That he, you know, jumps out of the window and offs himself. Like, and then you have, you know, everybody just kind of sort of have the epiphany of, that wasn't even him. You know goddamn well that wasn't him. Like, the way that they were trying to handle, you know, the whole mental illness and the whole thing. Like, oh, like, you wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, you know, hold my hand. It's okay. Like, get that shit out of my face. Get that out of my face. Who was that for? Your mama. All of her, you know, I have to kill him, and I'm going to do this, that, and the third. And them, you know, going to look for him in the house. And the moment that they pulled up with the dad and he had his, you know, little personal vendetta, like, this happened to me when I was a kid and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go in and I'm going to get him. You guys stay in the car. Goes in, we hear like one cry out and he's fucking dead, like, horribly written. Then you have them both following after. It's like, what? And you literally have, once again, the granddaughter watching a friend die. It's like, no. And you just looking like, dumbass kill after dumbass Halloween kill. I was literally waiting, like, that would have been the icing on my cake if he would have killed the granddaughter. Like, we just gonna kill bitches, let's just kill them. Let's kill the people who matter. Let's kill the people that I want to see die. Like, she needs to go. She's upsetting me. But no, who shows up to save her? Because, you know, you've had the daughter there the whole time at the hospital. We know where he's going. He's after my mom. He's coming here. He's da-da-da-da. You got the sheriff. No, little cop. This isn't about you. This isn't about your mom. This is about me. All of a sudden. Oh, now all of a sudden it's about you, your random ass. And he's going, you know, and standing those footprints and be in that house. He's going to that house. And where was his ass? At that house. Why not? But she goes and she's, you know, saving the daughter and attacking. And, you know, she stabs him and snatches the mask off. And I'm like, ooh, she about to go for it. We about to, you know, get into them Halloween kills. Because we all know what we've been waiting for all these years is for somebody to chop his fucking head off. Chop his head off. But no, what does she do? What does she do? She stabs him and says, you know, hey, follow me. Nanny boo boo, you can't catch me. I got your mask. Like, but she go and leads him to the whole town mob. And they all cut on lights. It's like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Like, we get into, you know, everybody just completely, you know, pouncing, pounding, punching, stabbing, beating. Nobody had a fucking gun at that point to, you know, blow his brains out or anything or chop his head off. Because, you know, they just didn't. This was Halloween, you know, punches. Halloween pinches, Halloween stabs, not Halloween kills, because they didn't kill a motherfucking thing. All this beating. You know, we have the voiceover from Lori, because, you know, we had to use Jamie Lee Curtis for something. She didn't do shit here. And it's just all this talking, you know, when he's down, he's never really down. You can't turn your back. He's always there. He's always going to get up. He's always going to keep coming back. You got to kill the darkness. And it's like replaying in the daughter's mind. So I'm like, okay, even though this idiot told her, you know, no, go on, we gotta go be with your daughter, she's gonna go back because she knows better. She knows I need to chop his fucking head off. But no, that's not what happens here. Why would we do that? That would make fucking sense. Not only do we have him stage a whole coup in an uprise on all 50 of the motherfuckers who were standing there in the mob beating on him. Like, beats the... He's stabbing, killing, beating, punching, breaking. Like, literally kills everybody in this circle one by one while the police are literally around the corner. Then we have, you know, the daughter just feeling like, you know, it's just all the slow motion and the blue flashing lights. And, you know, if you go and you stand there and you look out the window and the reflection, he was looking at the reflection, he's going to be behind you, and turns around and her motherfucking ass gets got. And you know, that's where we leave it. Because that's, you know, that's the kind of shit they were on. I just don't understand. Now, of course, this leaves the window open for us to get yet another fucking tired ass film. When I know that you know that you know that I know that you know that I know that the only films that really mattered in this fucking franchise is the first Halloween and Season of the Goddamn Witch. And we were only coming back for Dr. Loomis, who is non-existent here. So I don't have any reason to come back. I don't have a reason to come back. Well, you guys, that was my review for Halloween Kills. I hope you enjoyed it, because Halloween sucked. Halloween Kills sucked. Please drop down and tell me what you thought about this film. Drop down and try to defend it and tell me what was so fucking great. Drop down and try to tell me you weren't messing with Dr. Loomis, because we all know it's always been about Dr. Loomis. I don't care what none of y'all say. I look forward to reading you guys' comments and getting that conversation going. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.